So much, Mr. Chairman, and my questions follow very closely on what Mr. Latta was just talking about. I want to thank you for having this hearing. We had a hearing in the Energy Subcommittee in 2023 about AI and energy, and many people hadn't even been thinking about the tremendous use of energy by AI up until that time. I think that this issue is a really ripe issue for bipartisan solutions. However, I'm concerned sometimes when we talk about cutting red tape or eliminating these proposals, sometimes that's a code word for partisanship. But we have had, as several people have pointed out, we've had bipartisan suggestions. Mr. Peters from this committee has worked on some with people from your side of the aisle. They've had them in the Senate. So, you know, if we try to, if the Republicans on this committee try to go this alone, then I think this is going to run into trouble. But I think there's tremendous potential for us to work on this in a bipartisan way. I want to talk about an issue, though, that Mr. Pallone raised, which is, and also Mr. Turk raised, which is really a concerning issue of today, and that's these tariffs. All of the witnesses here today can stipulate that we're going to need a large increase in all types of energy to not just deal with current demands of consumers, but AI. Does anybody disagree with that? Well, no one disagrees with it. So, Mr. Turk, so if we're going to build more transmission infrastructure, we're going to have raw materials like steel and aluminum. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if these tariffs actually go into effect, which it seems like it might, won't those raw materials needed to add transmission capacity be more expensive?
Yes.
And Mr. Bhatia, just yesterday, in fact, Micron announced that they're going to have price increases on some products today, starting today, due to President Trump's tariffs. Isn't that correct?
Memory market is
No,
different
I
by
mean,
many
didn't you
different
announce
factors.
yesterday that Micron is going to impose tariff-related surcharge on some products from April 9th?
The tariffs are an evolving situation, and we are communicating
Okay,
with our customers.
well, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent to put into the record a Reuters article which says, quote, Micron to impose tariff-related surcharge on some products from April 9th.
And without objection, so ordered.
Thank you. Now, Dr. Schmidt, you just talked about, and I agree with you, that we need more energy in all forms. And also that's likely the way that this market is going to develop. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
So when people say, oh, we need to drill, baby, drill, that we do need natural gas, but we also need to make sure that we can upgrade our grid to deal with the renewable energy that is inevitably going to be a part of this process. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so Mr. Turk, I want to ask you, without guardrails, how is it that we're going to be able, without guardrails that protect consumers, how is it we're going to be able to develop data centers for AI at the same time we can ensure average Americans can get the electricity that they need at decent prices?
Well, I think we need to do two things at the same time. We need to bring on those electrons as quickly as we can, including to streamline permitting, but to do it in a bipartisan basis. Bipartisan means durable. It means making sure things work actually in the real world. And then secondly, we do need to have the guardrails. With all due respect to the other witnesses, we got phenomenal talent in the US. We're lucky to have that talent working on AI, but we also need to have the government step up. We need to have sensible, thoughtful guardrails to protect everyone's privacy. That's your jobs.
And if we don't have those guardrails, what's going to happen for energy prices for consumers?
Well, energy prices will go through the roof, and we'll lose trust for AI by the American people as well, which isn't going to help our competition with China either.
Thank you. I yield back.